questions. And Maria, if you'd care to place that question now.
Mo Gill, if elected, will you work towards standardizing the reporting and remediation of properties used as illegal drug operations across municipalities for the protection of the public?
Yes, for the protection of the public, you also have to consider that you have to look at the properties that are...
May I invite you, Candidate Gill, to use the microphone so that those at the very back will be able to hear the response. Thank you.
The properties that are used by the illegal entities, those are the properties that have to bring into coordinates of the city bylaws. And if they're not conforming, I'm even hoping that in the future we could take those properties away from the owners and that property become a property of the city. Therefore, we could cover the cost for the trouble that we're going through trying to legalize them. Thank you.
Third question to Candidate Perrin.
The current tax burden has business properties paying over 3 times the rate per $1,000 of assessed value as residential properties. Do you support the City embarking on a 3-year plan to reduce or eliminate this imbalance?
I'm really happy that you asked me that question because it's one that I've been really mulling over. And I think that while the property taxes of businesses may be 3 times more than residential, we would have to look at what the costs are to the city for servicing those commercial properties. And we also have to remember that the taxes that the business property pays are tax deductible on their income tax, whereas residential taxes are not tax deductible unless you're self-employed and then only in part of your home. So I think to be fair, we have to remember that property taxes are tax deductible.
Our third question to Candidate. Oh, we do have a run. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. However, I know Vancouver is moving in this way, in this direction, and unless we entertain that thought very seriously, we are in danger of attracting new businesses and new employees to our city, trained or skilled employees, and to be competitive, we're going to have to seriously consider that.
And our third question to Candidate. Oh, another rebuttal. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The information I have obtained from the city rates and comparable to the municipalities are wrong. Our business taxes are a little bit lower than the Surrey. And instead of looking into the taxes comparison, this is okay to reduce the taxes, but we have to look at the funding of the projects through the taxes as well.
For the third time, trying now. Candidate Neumann, the third question.
Do you support the city developing an Abbotsford-specific crime reduction strategy?
I do support that we do a specific crime reduction strategy in Abbotsford. That's been worked on the Abbotsford Chamber of Commerce that's gone into that. There are a lot of people concerned about crime in Abbotsford. I lived outside of Abbotsford for a number of years in Manitoba, and we heard about things in Abbotsford, and we like the brand. Someone mentioned about branding. We like the brand Abbotsford as a leading and great city. Thank you.
An intervention from Candidate Felder.
Yeah. Okay, listen, everybody up here is promising to be inclusive and to include everybody and all that. Why don't they put me on one of these committees? Why don't they let me stand up and speak? And if I embarrass myself, they'll laugh me off the stage. But there's not been one councilman in the last council that has asked me to speak. They've run interference. You know, all these things. If you want a real solution, you've got to include all the stakeholders, and multiculturalism does include the cannabis culture. And this city doesn't take that into consideration.
Yes.
I have studied the Surrey model of the crime reduction strategy quite carefully. I've listened to Lance Talbot, who is the developer of that program, and all residents, city residents, are welcome to join the committees. There are about 50 committees under the model that we have, and I'm sure that, Tim, you can have your voice too.
Okay, just to get this conversation straight, John, you've probably, I don't know if you've arrested me before, but you've surely been there a few times. Have you ever picked up any of my signs? You know, Patricia Ross, I'm not trying to pick on you, Patricia, but I know when you was young, you were a pot smoker, okay? So, listen, if you wanted to be inclusive, nobody has let me be on the committee. They have not let me be on the committee, so this has not been fair, because we are the citizens of this community, and we all deserve to be included, and they have not let me be included.
Oh, I have no idea. I can give it a shot. As long as you don't block it completely, it should be fine.
I think it's fair to say that there's a rule in Parliament that one is not to engage in what is called ad hominem commentary. And that, of course, means commentary directed to the personality or the character or the traits of another candidate. And I'm confident that the candidates in their responses this evening will observe that salutary parliamentary tradition of no ad hominem attacks. Am I correct in that? Our fourth prepared question.
Thank you, Douglas. I love your decorum. Anyways, to this candidate on the list here, to Kevin Chapman, would you be in favor of the City of Abbotsford completing a study to examine the potential of joining Metro Vancouver, formerly the GVRD?
No. I feel that, first off, they're not elected, and second off, their interest is in Vancouver, not Abbotsford. I'm concerned about Abbotsford. Thank you.
Our fifth prepared question. Marie?
What would you do to address the homeless in Abbotsford, Paul?
As our city continues to grow, we need to face with the problems of homelessness, crime, and drugs, just as other cities. However, it's important to realize that they are all interrelated and not dealt with one with isolation. Homeless, addiction, crime are all interrelated, and as we grow as a city, these problems will grow. Supportive housing, if implemented properly, can be very beneficial toward reducing homelessness. However, in conjunction with supportive housing, we also need to provide access to social support network, wraparound services, medical attention and treatments. Supportive housing will not be concentrated in one area because it creates a slum, but not be placed properly throughout the city.